Today in The Sims 4, we are decorating this Disney village that I built recently for some of the unofficial Disney princesses. We'll be furnishing homes today for Meg, Giselle, Kita, Jane, and Esmeralda. This is going to be part 2 of this mini build series that I did. In the last video, we built this exterior, so I'll link that down below if you're interested. Today, we're just going to be furnishing the interiors. But first, I wanted to show you some of the updates that I made based on the comments in the last video. For Esmeralda's house, I added this super pretty stained glass window from Realm of Magic, and I also added one of the bells up top that's from My Wedding Stories. To this side, I included a busking station and a dance floor for her, and I did also want to add a gargoyle. Maybe we can just stick that on the back. And then for Jane's treehouse, I found these monkey sculptures. Those are from Snowy Escape. I never noticed these before, so I added those 3 little guys into the landscaping. And someone also mentioned adding monkey bars, so I added a little monkey bar over here with the idea that that could be a jungle gym for our monkeys. Oh, back here for Giselle, I added a wishing well just to signify her jump between worlds. And I believe that's all the updates I made. Wait a minute. Where did the goats go? There are so many places they could be hiding. Maybe they'll show up, but let me know if you guys spot them through this video. So I think today we're gonna start off with Meg. Meg is the independent, sassy heroine and love interest from the movie Hercules. She's sarcastic and flirty, and her tragic past led her to serve Hades, the god of the underworld. Through her journeys, she realizes there is still good in the world as she eventually accepts her love for Hercules. So I'm thinking we do a dark, romantic interior aesthetic for the bottom floor. This is actually exactly what I was picturing with the purple in there, the darker elements. This is what we're gonna go for. So I wanted Meg's house to symbolize her journey from darkness to light. So first thing I'm doing on the bottom floor is changing the lighting to more of a blue color. So I was thinking about making a bathroom in the back. We can do kitchen and everything down here, and then up top we'll give her a big beautiful bedroom. So I'm gonna place my kitchen over here on this wall, and maybe we could say that if she did have a home in the underworld, this would be it. Because this is not about Hades, it's not about Hercules, it's going to be about Meg. I was thinking also about using these pedestals. Those can function as end tables, so I'm gonna put them by the door. I added this purple dining table here, and for the chairs, I was thinking about using these ones here with the purple flowers on the back. And we could add some candles on there. Oh, actually, what about these ones from the movie Hangout Pack? I mentioned before too, Meg, I think is one of my favorite Disney characters. I just always loved whenever there was like a sassy female character. I went even darker with the appliances there, and I noticed this fridge has a purple gem on it, which is perfect. And I'm also currently just layering these curtains. I think upstairs we'll use some more extravagant curtains for her, but for now, I'm just trying to play around with some combinations to see what fits. Oh, actually the modern luxe looks good under there, and then I'm combining that with those island living sheer purple curtains up top. I was wanting to add flowers everywhere to signify the romance. Upstairs we'll add the white flowers, but for now I want them to all be dark. Oh, we could do the purple chair from Vampires, and we can add to it by adding some of these pillows. There are also these cushions we could add from City Living, and I also saw some comments asking for representation for the muses in the movie. They play a huge role in the movie Hercules. They basically narrate and do the singing in the movie. So my first thought was to add these. This is a statue from Vampires, but the problem is there are 5 muses. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit all of them, but I could try and hide them in sneaky places. Like I could put them behind this chair. I also had some stone statues out on the balcony. Maybe I could move some things around so they can be perched on top of these pedestals that I added. I was also looking for just one single white flower to signify the one in the movie. So I'm gonna have to search through debug, I think, for that. Oh yes, I found one. Okay, so Seasons is the expansion pack in The Sims 4 that comes with flower arranging. That little flower is gonna be the closest we can get. I also couldn't find one to put on the balcony before when I was doing this, so we're just gonna add one on the exterior as well. I'm adding some stone furniture and pillows on top over in the corner here. Maybe we could also add a fancy chandelier in here from Vintage Glamour. Okay, so far for the bottom floor, this is the underworld Meg, still with hints of purple everywhere to make sure we hadn't lost her in here. We've got the muses hanging around. I'm still gonna add, I think, one up top. I just wanted to make sure they were on the bottom floor to show that they were with her the entire way. We've got the seating area over here, some flowers scattered around. Let's do this bathroom here. So I did add these rose pictures here from vampires. I wish we had a big pink or purple tub like that one I showed you guys for the dark romance aesthetic, but I don't think we do. We're just gonna have to settle for a regular old white one. I was going to add a purple bath mat. We could add a toilet here. Those curtains really took up so much room for our bathtub, but we can have a mirror over here with our sink, and we can fill the rest of the place up with more purple accents, including some purple flowers. Okay, so it's a little small, but we have our bathroom in here. Let's go upstairs and do her bedroom. So we're going from a dark romantic aesthetic to more of a lighter one. I'm still gonna be changing the lighting to purple. Ooh, the purple and orange could be pretty, and then we add in another chandelier. I'm gonna be lining a lot of the room with these white columns, and up top we'll use some white stone along with this purpley gray stone flooring. Okay, what should we add for her bed? What if we tried this base game one, but then we add purple pillows to it? Ooh, what about this base game purple and white rug? I wish we had a different shade of purple I could use here. And then we add in the pedestals. I also saw people in the comments asking to add in Pain and Panic. So what if we added them in as these little wooden statues? We're not gonna find something exact, obviously, but like maybe these two could suffice. I was gonna add them in the bottom like darker floor, but they kind of went on a journey too. So I'll put them right there for now. I'm gonna add in some of these modern luxe curtains. And then behind here, maybe we could add a different texture with these ones from high school years. And then I picture her just like lounging up here. So this chair in particular was one that I was picturing, and it could look so cute with some purple pillows on there. Ooh, the vampire's dresser could be so pretty. I have a lot of windows in here though. Maybe I could put it against the stairs, and beside it we could add the Get Famous mirror. I saw a really funny comment where someone said to make a one-tile closet for Pegasus, which actually we have a horse statue here too, so we could include him somewhere. I was thinking about making a whole stable for Pegasus, but even though she eventually comes to like Pegasus, she doesn't like him in a lot of the movie. So we could still include him, but maybe we'll put him in a corner, but he can be hiding behind some like white flowers. Another thing I wanted to add was these here from Eco Lifestyle. Maybe they could look good beside this door or here behind the bed. I also feel like I just need some more purple, so I'm just gonna raise up some purple flowers. Ooh, the Snow Escape poofs have a light purple swatch we can add. All right, so we have Meg's bedroom. This is so pretty with the colors in here. I love how it's super soft, yet we still have the purple to represent her dress. Over here in the corner, I also added a tiny bit of gym clutter just because she is the wife of Hercules. I'm sure that stuff would be lying around. I moved those little leaf things behind the couch here. We have our dresser over to this side, our statue for the muse, and then also out here, I wanted to include these on the inside, but I ran out of room. I found these white flower petals. It's a rug from My Wedding Stories, so I just added that out here on the balcony. All right, the next house we're going to be furnishing will be for Giselle. Giselle is a seemingly perfect fairy tale princess who finds herself stuck in a new world of New York City. Although she starts off very naive and lost, she slowly learns more about the real world. I also saw a ton of comments to add the circular window that she has in the movie, so I've added that in, and here I want to make a seating area where she can sit underneath the rounded window. So underneath here, I think we're gonna add some benches from Horse Ranch. I've added stumps on both sides from Outdoor Retreat, but we need to make this way more cozy. I'm gonna add some pillows. I wanted to add the little camper's pillows here too. Maybe one of the baskets with blankets in it from Cottage Living. Oh my gosh, there's a little bird in here. That's from the bird home that we added outside, which is so perfect because through the movie, she has her little animal friends helping her. I'm actually just adding these trees on top of the stump, and I think scattered around, I just want to add some of her animal friends. There's a light that comes with the holiday pack. It has some pine wrapped around, so I'm adding that. I wanted to add a bunch of curtains in her house. Ooh, these sheer island living ones could be pretty scattered throughout too. I do want to make sure we have enough room for the kitchen, so I'm gonna use these green counters from the Country Kitchen kit. We'll use the matching sink, and let's add the wood oven here from Base Game. And then we can add the Country Kitchen shelves in here, and we'll stack it with clutter. I would picture this cottage to be just full of clutter, so I'm gonna just add as much as possible up here. We can add the hanging flowers from Realm of Magic, some aprons on the wall. I'm adding the bistro kit table with some Realm of Magic chairs. chairs. And then one thing I also wanted to include was a knitting basket. So maybe I can replace the clothing basket here with that, and then we can put this somewhere else. Like maybe we can add this shelf of blankets and linens, and then on top of that, we can raise up our cottage living basket. I wanted to also add some cleaning stuff here, so I'm adding the broom from Laundry Day, and her cottage has pink flowers everywhere. Okay, so far this is how Giselle's cottage has turned out. I love that area right there. I think that's such a cute spot for her to do her knitting. She could do some reading there. I added a bunch more clutter over to the kitchen area. We've got shelves of stuff, tons of room for prep. And then over in the back here, I saw people asking to add a hamster just to represent her chipmunk. So we've got that, and we've got our bird friend here. I also added some mushroom stools from Cottage Living. Oh, I meant to add a scarecrow in here too. Wait, let's shift everything over, including the bird. The scarecrow can go in the corner, I guess. She like makes a prince as a scarecrow in the movie. I personally think that looks terrifying, but there we go. We've got him included. Wait, this is actually so cute. There's a lot going on in here, but I love a messy cottage. We have to go and do the bathroom, which is tiny compared to everything else. So definitely won't be anything too exciting. It's just a 3-tile bathroom. So we have room for the toilet, the shower here, and then just like a little sink to that side. But I'll add a gold mirror in here and the plant curtains just so we have something going on in there. But now for the modern side. I haven't added a bed for her yet, so this is gonna have to be her bedroom. So maybe we could use the wallpaper here from Modern Luxe. I wanted to add some cleaner, less worn looking flooring, so I'm using this one from Vampires. Or maybe we try that. I want the transition to not look too drastic, but the thing is, even though she's thrown into the real world, the charming parts of her remain the same. So like the animals are still involved. We could add one of the mouse holes in here, and we can give her more of a normal end table. Maybe we'll add a pretty mirror, or instead of that one, we can add this from Vintage Glamour with a cute lamp. This one's from Get Famous. We can put a dresser here, but I was also thinking, since we still have a room upstairs, that's where we could do more of a closet. And up here we could add some blue curtains similar to the ones that she makes her dress out of. She's super talented at making clothes. She makes a dress out of these blue curtains. We could add a pretty white fluffy rug in here. And what about the mannequins? There are some mannequins that come with The Sims 4 Get to Work, and you can actually set what they wear. So I'm gonna go and add some dresses onto these. I'm looking for something similar to the dress that she makes in the movie. It's kind of like a short sleeve blue gown. Like we could do this. What do you think we would get if we tried to create a random outfit? Oh, my sim has to actually come do it. Okay, fine. Let's see what he ends up with here. Okay. I don't think this is quite what Giselle would wear, but thank you. And also the dress is more of like a teal, but I don't know if I have the exact color. Okay, so we have our mannequins. I'm gonna add a mirror up here, another dresser. Oh, I also saw the idea to add a sword. So I was thinking about adding this up here from Get Famous. I'm adding some Tiny Living lighting, and Sims actually get up the ladder this way, so I could add a clothing rack here if we wanted to. And then I'm adding some of her personal touches here with the mouse hole there. I was also thinking about adding one of the old-fashioned laundry bins, like where you can wash your clothes, so maybe I'll put that out back here by the wishing well. Okay, so we have more of a modern closet up here with the mannequins. We've got the curtains all around, a little more minimalistic than the chaos that is the rest of the cottage. But let's move on from here. Next, we'll be doing a completely different aesthetic because this time we're furnishing for Kida. Kida is a warrior princess who is strong and skilled in battle. She is the soon-to-be queen of Atlantis with the strength and will to uncover the history behind her lost culture. So for her home, the whole movie kind of has this ocean steampunk aesthetic. So I was thinking about bringing that plus the ruins of Atlantis into the interior. So I actually built a basement level down below for her because down here we can add some pools. I wanted to make a pool gym with like stone wallpaper and flooring. I'm gonna use the Riviera Retreat pool trim. And another big theme we see in this movie surrounding Kida is the crystals. So entangled into all of the themes that I just mentioned, we're also gonna see a lot of crystals. But let's first bring in the ruins vibe. So Get Together has a bunch of different ruin sculptures, and I want to include this stuff surrounding the pool. We could even add some of it inside the pool with maybe some crystals scattered throughout the ruins. I was using these from Island Living as the lighting outside, so I'm gonna bring those in here too. We can add the actual gym equipment, so I think I'm gonna add some punching bags in here, maybe just like going around this circle. And they can also work out technically by swimming in the water down here. I think I'm gonna be using some nautical pictures. These ones I'm placing are from Cats and Dogs. These big metal wall lanterns are super pretty from the Oasis Courtyard kit. And hear me out here, I think we could use a lot of Journey to Batuu down here as well. Like there's this random wall carving that I'm basically gonna use down here as trim. I'm gonna bring it along the entire bottom floor. I'm probably gonna bring this upstairs too, so I'll finish that up in a minute. But Jungle Adventure also has these like water glyphs, so I think I'm gonna place a couple of these down here too. So this is how the basement gym turned out. I added a huge crystal from Realm of Magic in the middle of the room. We've got the ruins in the back there in the pool, and I just added a mirror back there to kind of add something to that wall. On the other side we have the glyphs. I added a bunch of the Journey to Batuu lights hanging around, and next we're ready to go upstairs. So up here I wanted to bring a similar aesthetic, like bringing out the ruins again, and I also wanted to incorporate one of the aquariums. So I'm squeezing that in and connecting it along with the ruins. We can add some more of the Journey to Batuu lights, and I saw a lot of requests for the Crystal Creations stuff pack, so I'm gonna definitely add more of that upstairs in the bedroom, like the jewelry and stuff. I'm gonna add a table in the back here along with these chairs from Journey to Batuu. We could also probably get away with this Journey to Batuu couch, and then we had a big stone rug in the middle with some chairs around. These are from Eco Lifestyle. Ooh, Jungle Adventure has these blue jars which are a little bit big, but that means we could easily hide some plants in here. And then I also wanted to use these here as decor. Maybe we can shrink one and put it above. We could add some mirrors here at the front. We could also bring in some columns, and we could also use one of the Get Together ruins as a spot for our TV. I don't want it to be anything too fancy, especially for this movie, so I'm just gonna raise that on top of the ruin, and we can surround the back of that with some random sculptures. And then we should have more than enough room in the back here for our kitchen. I'm using Industrial Loft kit counters. I guess we could use matching cabinets up here too. We're adding more of the Cats and Dogs pictures. And then I'm gonna trace around this entire floor again with these, just because I feel like this adds so much to the aesthetic. Okay, so here's how the living room turned out. This is my favorite one today, hands down. The colors in here, all I really did was change the lighting and add in some more items. Just clutter items, like we have a Journey to Batuu plant back here. I added more curtains and ruins as well. Our kitchen, I just added some wall decor like pots and pans. We've got the barrel trash can over there. I also found some debug coral from Island Living, and I added that around the ruins with some jars. I don't know if I've ever done an ocean steampunk aesthetic before, but those are two of my favorite aesthetics separated, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. We still have to go up and do the bedroom, and we're just gonna be bringing the same vibe up here. I feel like for the bed we should use this one from the Industrial Loft kit, but what if behind that we use this item from Journey to Batuu? But we'll use the same high school years curtains that I've been using. Under the bed we could use these blue markings from Journey to Batuu. I'm adding some ruins behind the bed, and I also wanted to add a lot of book clutter up here in her bedroom. We'll do like scattered papers. We can also use the dresser from the Industrial Loft kit over here with the base game map picture above it. We can add some bookshelves here, but this is also where I want to start bringing in some of the Crystal Creations clutter. Maybe we could actually dedicate an entire corner to that. Like we can use these Crystal Creations shelves, and we can raise up some of the trunks of the jewelry in there. Okay, that actually matches the aesthetic pretty well. I'm adding some of the matching Industrial Loft kit blue furniture back here. We can add a mirror from Jungle Adventure. Let me get all of this trim on here again. So with everything added in the bedroom, this is what it ended up looking like. I added all the trim. I love how the bed looks. I also added more of those Island Living lights. Over to the side here, we have a little seating area, some crystals and book clutter hidden under there. I added even more clutter going on over on our dresser and on our crystal shelf. And then over in the bathroom, I didn't do anything too exciting. I just used a tub from Island Living, a Jungle Adventure sink, and another Cats and Dogs picture. All right, let's move on from here. The next one we're going to do will be for Jake. Jane. Jane is the charismatic and eccentric character from the movie Tarzan. She is smart and artistic with a love for studying animals, and not only does she fall in love with Tarzan, but she also falls in love with living in the jungle as well. Okay, so this is actually the smallest one, so we're really gonna have to be choosy with what we put in here. So obviously this is meant to be a jungle treehouse, so we're gonna see a lot of plants in here. We can use this trellis here from high school years. I also have the trellis ladder leading upstairs, so I definitely want to include bookshelves for her. I hate it when these don't just snap on, like what is happening here? Sometimes I hate the fact that they have the snap-on feature at all because clearly she's not snapping. She is snapping, so I guess we'll just add some other bookshelves. Maybe we could do these ones here from Growing Together. I also really wanted to include drawings everywhere. Like this one's actually perfect. I'm gonna put some on the other side too. I wanted everything to be wooden furniture, so I'm gonna add a wooden stool over here. Which way do you have to go up this ladder? Okay, we can't cover that spot, but we can put furniture around it. Like I can use this one from Island Living. Outdoor Retreat also has some super cute wooden furniture, and I like the idea that nothing will match in here, other than I guess our bookshelves. I also saw a lot of requests for the teapots and the pots and pans for this house, so I want to add in some of that stuff, and it can maybe even go in places that it shouldn't be. Like I can add that onto these bookshelves. I feel like there's something kind of charming about the fact that they're placed randomly. I'm pretty sure we'll have no issue adding stuff for our kitchen back here, so I'm adding this fridge. We'll use the barrel trash can, and this time let's do counters from Horse Ranch, and then we could do the hanging pots and pans here. Maybe I'll add a few of those. Would that look weird? Maybe we'll just do one. And then the color that she wears the most is yellow, so I definitely want to bring in some more yellow accents into this house. I was actually reading, and I'm not sure if this is true, but apparently Jane used to be an official Disney princess, but they removed her because her color scheme was too similar to Belle. Again, I don't know if that's true or not, but it does make sense to me. I do remember getting them confused when I was a kid. I really wanted room for a desk too, and I don't know how much room we're gonna have for it upstairs. Would it be too much if we divided the room here with it? Sims could still get around and go back this way, and then we could just fill up this corner. I don't know, I feel like it might be too much. Let me try and bring this upstairs. The bed I was gonna use here was this one, obviously, which the desk isn't gonna work. Maybe if we just add this stuff and not much more, like these match the aesthetic. We can add some cute yellow flowers on the desk, and maybe just some more pots and pans clutter. But okay, that's really it this time. This is what we're gonna do for the downstairs. No, the bathroom. We're gonna have to pull this back. Actually, wait, that was a pretty easy fix. We've got room for the bathroom there. It's definitely an awkward layout with the ladder in the middle of the room, but I added some canvases in here. I really don't have a lot of space for anyone to move around. We'll add some of the plant curtains in here, but other than that, we're gonna have to keep it pretty plain. We will add some yellow pillows on the bed though. We already had the easel out here on the balcony, so I feel okay not putting that inside. And from there, she can paint around as well. She could paint the animals. You could take it and face it this way, depending on what you wanted her to see. Like she's in the jungle already. She could be painting some animals in those trees. The bathroom is gonna have to be pure jungle bathroom. Like we're gonna use the old tub here. Do we want to use the old toilet? I guess. And then we could have some vines going up the side with the sink from Laundry Day. Maybe we could stick a towel coming out of the plant wall. And above the toilet, I'm adding a shelf with some books and just some random other bathroom clutter. Okay, so that is our bathroom here. This has been our house for Jane. I do wish I had more stuffed animals of like monkeys or something I could add. So I'm just gonna add more of the tiger stuffies on the bed. Like just imagine those are little monkeys. And moving on to the final one today, the last one we're doing is for Esmeralda. Esmeralda is a kind and selfless street performer who lives in the catacombs beneath Paris. Though she is humanitarian, kind, and selfless, she is also fiery and will stop at nothing to protect those she loves. I'm a little concerned because these goats still haven't showed up. I hope they're doing okay wherever they are. The first thing I want to do is go down to the basement because I saw someone's idea of making a basement catacombs bedroom. So I think it would be so cool if we made it kind of scary looking down here at first, but then we brighten it up with tons of colors and patterns later. So I'm adding these right now. These are from the Riviera kit. And before we do anything, we need to find some skeletons. I at first thought of these ones from Jungle Adventure, but I feel like it would be kind of hard to hide the spear that they have. But then I remembered Skelly Sim from Get to Work. This is obviously just meant to be like a doctor's office skeleton, but what if we pushed him into the walls so he's like just coming out of it? We could have him coming out of all of the walls here, but then I wanted to make like a skeleton rock pile. So I'm just gonna put him there for now. We need to find some rocks. Like we could use the new Riviera kit ones, and I just want the little head poking out. So I guess we're gonna have to size these rocks up and we'll just bury him underneath the rocks. Wait, this is gonna be cool. I didn't know if this is gonna work out as well, but hold on. We'll do a small pile of rocks in the corner, and then we can size them down so like even more of them are just popping out, and I'm angling them different ways so they look like they're just like they've just been here for a while. So I'm gonna add even more of these in a second, but then I was thinking of layering some pretty rugs down here. But since she's a dancer, she's a performer, I was thinking about also using some dance floors. So this space could be seen as something scary, but she has turned it into something inviting. We could add these stone archways surrounding our skeletons. Maybe I'll surround them around all of them. And then I'm planning on making a bedroom upstairs for her. So I don't want to make this like a full bedroom, but what if instead we added some sleeping bags? She could literally throw parties down here, invite Sims over to hang out. We could add even more pretty decor like these jars. I have actually fallen down Catacomb TikTok before, which surprisingly there's a lot of content about, and it is so interesting to me. Let me know if I'm not alone on that. This ended up so interesting. I have never built a room like this before in The Sims 4, but I added a microphone over here. I added more plants and greenery. There's also a violin down here so people could play music if they wanted to. And I put a speaker into one of the rocks. This is such an interesting and different kind of room that I don't even know how to describe, but I love this. Okay, while it's fresh in my mind, I want to go up and do the bedroom next. So we're gonna come back to this floor. Let's start up here on the bedroom. So we've got the stained glass window there, and I want this room to be super luxurious with lots of curtains, drapes, and rugs. I haven't decided on a bed yet, but I did want to include a lot of hanging lights as well. I really want the string lights to be up here, so I'm raising those up into the ceiling. Her main colors are blue, purple, and yellow, so I'm gonna keep those in mind, but I still want this to be very vibrant and colorful. I want to add pillows and poofs on the ground. We could also add the mirror over here from Jungle Adventure. I was thinking about also including a lot of items for her from her travels, so we could add the suitcase and table. Oh, and also the trunks from Werewolves could be our dresser. I'm adding some of the blue curtains again from High School Years. Oh, and what about a corner couch? This one's from Seasons. We could add some hanging decor from the ceiling, some different types of fairy lights. I guess we're gonna have to get her another goat too, since the other ones have maybe run away. Ooh, this dance floor could be perfect too. There's also a super cute dresser here with flower patterns on it. We could add some more instruments up here. Again, she has a tambourine. We don't have that in The Sims 4, but I could give her a microphone. And this is how Esmeralda's bedroom turned out. I said Kita's was my favorite, but I feel like it might have to be this one now. I can't decide, but I'm loving the absolute cluttered look of all of these today. The dance floor over here, I made sure to add a ton of different types of curtains. There's a microphone back here. I even found a picture that has a couple goats in it, so I made sure to add that. We've got more instruments. I added more seating, a pretty tapestry that's hanging from that light there. There's just so much to look at in here. For the bathroom, this is also a really small one, so I just added some hanging plants. We've got the flower mirror there, and now we just have to pull together the living room and the kitchen. So I'm just gonna be bringing down some of the curtains that I used upstairs. I'm also adding in some of the rugs and lighting. Maybe for this one we can have the kitchen facing this way. I'm using a blue oven and fridge from Cottage Living, and I felt like it needed something behind to separate the stairs, so I just added a divider back there too. And then we could add the dining table right here. I'm adding some base game candles on there, some more hanging flowers in the corner. We could totally add in some pillows in these laundry day windows, and then maybe we could add in the High School Years egg chair. We'll add a coffee table in the middle, wall. I'm adding some more hanging plants. And there we have a super cozy living room for Esmeralda. I added some more pillows under the stairs there, so hopefully Sims could go and sit back there too. I love how this entire build turned out. I feel like everything somehow managed to look cohesive, but that's how our unofficial Disney Princess Village turned out. Let me know which house was your favorite today. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.